Alright. We got shoulders today. I just downed this entire thing, which is why I'm half throwing up on the way there. Because I also just ate right before this. But, anyways, I'm going to go over why it is mainly shoulders today. And also why it's not just going in to hit shoulders. Because I'm hitting a little bit of chest and tricep at the end. But, I guess it'd be a good time to talk about, your programming of whatever split you're doing, how you hit your workouts, and what is efficient. Because I think if I just went in and hit just shoulders, usually that's not a very quality training split that you have going on. Maybe for some people that works, depending on your position. I mean, there's always exceptions, but for a majority of people, just going to hit shoulders is like, probably could be a little bit better. So, that being said, the reason why mine is mainly shoulders is because it's really a push day, but I'm hitting a decently more amount of shoulder exercises and sets than chest and tricep, which is why I just call it shoulders. Now, my other push day is mainly chest with shoulders and triceps. So that's kind of the organizing of the program. So why I do that is just it helps with my recovery. Instead of hammering everything all at once every 4 days, kind of splits up the amount of sets I do. Because if I threw everything on each of the days, the workouts would be extremely long. I'd be doing like 4 exercises for each muscle there. That's 16 exercises with 4 sets each. So I'd be doing about 50 something sets. Not practical. And another reason is, I think the one I just said was that it would take a while. Another one is because of the recovery. Imagine doing that amount and then doing it again in 4 days. It wouldn't be realistic. So that's why it's split up into 2 separate focuses within a push day. And I guess we can talk about, well then, if I don't do that, then what is a good routine, or what would I consider a good routine then? Like, I don't know if what I'm doing is at least good. Well, welcome to the off-season, eating 5,300 calories. That's not why I'm a little bit sick right now, is why I sound a little strange, but anyways. First thing would be is there a reasonable amount of time between each muscle group getting hit? As in, if I'm hitting chest, am I at minimum giving myself 3 days before hitting the same muscle group again? I'm talking about main muscle groups. I'm not talking about abs or calves or forearms, or I guess you could throw arms in there as well. Arms you honestly can hit more frequently, maybe every other day or daily if you do less volume. But the main muscle groups, like your chest, shoulders, back, legs, if you're not giving yourself at least 3 days, so hit it, hit it, day, next day, then hitting it again. So it should be at least a 2-day gap between it. That'd be the first obvious fix. Next is, are you actually hitting everything in your split? Because I know some people may do chest day, back day, arm day, leg day. And I mean, what's missing there? Your shoulders. Not even hitting shoulders. Now, I know Sam Sulik, I don't know if he still does that, but I think that's what he used to do. The reason he doesn't really hit shoulders is because, he has a legitimate reason to not. He's also 260 pounds, and his shoulders are that big at 260. So the chances that you're 260 right now, lean, and have shoulders that are overwhelming, not only for his physique, but at 260, the odds are very low. So, in other words, you need to hit shoulders. You are not an exception. I'm going to hit shoulders. I'm not an exception. So yeah, something like that. It's like not even having some muscle group in there because it's like, oh, it gets hit indirectly. Sure, but do you want shoulders? What makes you think you're gonna hit them indirectly and to be able to grow it? Are you gonna get big arms by just hitting them indirectly from doing all your chest movements? Not really. If you want something to grow, you got to hit it directly. That would be another thing if you're split. Another one is having rest days. I know you technically don't need them, but that's all situational. Depends on you. More likely than not, like, you got to have rest days in there. I'd say 1 a week bare minimum. I found for me 1 a week was kind of like pushing it. I would kind of like burn out pretty quick, given everything else is right and in check with like my diet, the training, still getting full nights of sleep. Even with that, like 1 rest day was like not enough. So I have 2 rest days every 8 days. So once every 4 days I have a rest day. And you may be different. It really just depends person to person, like how much you can get away with. But I will say, in my opinion, like you need at least 1. You're not invincible. That is something that I wish I took into more consideration when I was earlier into lifting. Like when I was 16, I took 0 rest days. And I probably could have gotten more out of it because I was like pretty dang fatigued. But I guess my thought at the time is more equals better. But I mean, here we are. It's all right. Yeah, what else is there? I'd also say, like, are you hitting everything like enough within whatever your split may be? Because, like, if you're doing, let's just say you do chest day, back day, arm day, leg day. Like, what's the volume of your exercise? Like, what's the volume of each muscle group looking like? Like, how many sets are you doing for each muscle? Because I feel like you could definitely undercut the amount of volume you should be doing and overreaching on some of them. Because, like, if chest day is like the only thing you're hitting is chest, realistically, let's say you're like between 1 and 3 years of lifting, I don't see many reasons that you'd be throwing in any more than like 12 sets. That's just a number, arbitrary number I'm throwing out there. Probably somewhere around like 12. So what's that, like 3 exercises? 4 at most. That workout probably ends in 40 minutes, which is fine. But then if you go to like arms, if you have just an arm day, are you getting like an adequate amount? Are you getting an adequate amount of volume for arms? Which, I mean, you still want a decent amount of volume for it. And then I guess that workout would be like maybe longer. I guess you wouldn't have to rest as long between sets because it's arms, but I don't know. I just feel like it'd be a little skewed. But I mean, if that's the split you want to do, go for it. I mean, throw shoulders in, like I just said, but go for it. There is no one-size-fits-all split. Because, I mean, if there was, then everybody would be doing the same thing at like a pro level, which they don't. They all do their own thing. And why is that? Well, it's not one-size-fits-all. You find what works for you. And if you're like wondering, well, does mine work for me? Or is there something better? Try it out. You're not going to lose any progress by trying something new. I've tried a few of them. I am not a fan of Arnold split at all. I don't like doing chest and back on the same day. I feel like I'm dying. By the time I get to my second muscle group, I start with chest and I do back after it. I feel like I have zero energy to do back because the amount of pressing and pulling, and I mean, they're pretty exhausting movements. But you do something like today where it's like shoulders, decently heavy. Chest, I'm only doing a little bit after, so it's not the end of the world, and it's also not the main focus, but like throwing some type of arm movements at the end. Today it's triceps. It's easy enough, even when I'm like at the end of the workout, to get like a decent set from it. It's not that hard doing that. It's not very exhausting. I guess that's why also I didn't like just doing straight arm days. So I'd go in, I'd do my arm workouts, and I'd feel great and ready to keep going, but like the workout's over. So it kind of felt like I could have moved some of the exhaustion to a different day. When chest and back day, I get a half-assed back workout in the second half of the workout. And my arm day, I get a full good workout in, but I still have a lot left in me. So it's like, all right, and something, balance something out here. But yeah, I mean, it's literally up to you. Whatever you want. That being said, I've been in the lot now for 3 minutes. Maybe less, but lateral raises, shoulder press, more lateral raises, some type of rear delt fly, pec flies, supersetted with push-ups. What the hell am I doing? Some type of tricep push down. What do I normally do? I think so. Some type of tricep push down, I'm pretty sure. And then skull crushers, abs, get out of there. It is quite a bit, but superset and everything makes it a little bit quicker. Yeah. So I'll see you guys in there. Lateral raises. I'm also not gonna slow up on my workout just because I'm feeling like crap, because I'm a little bit sick. But I mean, we're still here, still gonna give it 100% because I'm already here. I'm not gonna waste my time here, coming here, giving it half effort. I mean, you're already here, might as well give it full effort. So, all right, let's get in there. Okay, I might have to move this back. Actually, we're fine. We'll just move this over. All right, like I said, I'll start with lateral raises, but honestly, just to mix it up, because I do the same routine now for like a year straight. So instead of having to switch up your routines and do a bunch of different stuff, make it a little bit more enjoyable, do a different type of lateral raise at the beginning while it being the same workout. So either I'll do like a machine lateral raise, dumbbell lateral raise, or this one I'm gonna do it single arm with the kettlebell. Is there gonna be a difference between any of them? Marginal. I think being able to enjoy the workout still while progressing is important. See, half the part of the gym is, sure, is getting bigger, but part of it is enjoying being here. So, easy enough to do that. Move this out of the way so I don't throw a kettlebell on my phone. And I'll just do a single arm. All right, let's get after it. I'm gonna switch benches. This thing's super wobbly, and I don't feel like trying to get a core workout while I'm trying to hit shoulders. So, if we go grab that one, I think that's the one I used last time. Hold on, I'll move this. Yeah, it's a lot better.
think this bench is a lot better. Yeah, dude, the other one had like, I guess the cushion, dude. I'd be swinging my whole core while I'm trying to do this. I mean, that's usually not what you want to have going on. Same goes for like if you did like a bench press with like your legs up or something, you're hitting your core as well. I mean, what's your goal? I mean, if your goal is to look cooler while doing bench, sure. But if you really want to get a bigger chest, you shouldn't be trying to balance your core while hitting chest. Same goes right now. I'm not trying to balance my core while hitting shoulder, so that's why I hold here. Do one at a time. All right, let's get it. Okay. Whew. I wanted to get 12. So I will say it's nice doing the lateral raises before going straight into this, because honestly, just from 4 sets to, they're fried. So as soon as I start these, the only thing that's given out is my shoulders. Honestly, I barely even feel triceps get hit just because of the fact of my shoulders are already fully pumped, decently fatigued, and even though it's a compound movement, like tris and shoulders are definitely getting hit way more, just because of the lateral raises first. All right, that's good. I'm gonna drop the weight. Especially if it's the last set, I don't mind too much. Alright. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna just drop it 10. Honestly, if I'm dropping the weight, it was just discretionary. Like, I don't go by a certain rule, if you do exactly this amount of reps, drop the weight. In this case, the fact that I was honestly cranking through those reps, I still only got 6. All right, probably drop the weight a little bit. But sometimes I won't. It's really just discretionary, using your best judgment. There's no exact finite rule to adjust the weight to get the perfect rep. Yeah, that's really all I got to say about that. All right, let's get this next set. Now I'll definitely start throwing a bunch of supersets in. Let me zoom this out real quick so I can not suffocate the camera. I'll definitely throw a bunch of supersets in now, just because part of having to do, let me first explain, the more you usually get into lifting, the more volume you actually have to do for a muscle to actually grow. Like you all know, is once you start, or at the beginning, you can do anything and grow. You can do 3 sets of chest and make improvements from that. But I mean, once you get like years and years in, I mean, no pro bodybuilder is going to be doing 3 sets of a muscle group and being like that size and continuing to grow. So the point being made is there's a middle ground of progressively increasing the amount of volume you do per muscle. And part of that is if you don't throw in stuff like a superset or just ways to make the workout a little bit quicker, with the sheer amount of volume you have to do, the workout's going to end up being like hours. So that being said, I'm going to throw this in easy enough to do a superset lateral raise with rear delt. And then after this, when I go to chest, I'll do like a pec fly with like push-ups right next to the machine. 1, it makes the workout more intense. 2, I can get the workout done in a reasonable amount of time instead of being here for 2 hours or 2.5 hours if I had to do even more volume. So that's the whole point. And no, it's not really specific to what part of the workout you do it in. Like I could start my shoulder day with going back and forth on like lateral raise and shoulder press. Not going to see a difference in growth. There's not some like whole science like, oh, if you start with supersets, it's better for you. But like easy enough to throw it in like this. And I like to do supersets on things that's like I can set up at one spot. I don't like doing, let's say like I had a pec fly machine and then like a machine press to do superset with chest, and then on the other sides of the gym, I never make a superset where I'm like running across the gym to do a superset. As long as it's something I can do like in one spot. Like this is easy enough, 2 different types of dumbbells, superset right here. Or when I do pec flies with push-ups, I just do push-ups right next to the machine. So it's easy enough to get the superset done without making a whole 20-yard run to finish the set. So, all right, that being said, let me continue this, keep the pace going on this. Holy shit. What do you think about that one? Triple superset. Lateral raise to rear delta lateral raise. Yeah, that's definitely it for shoulders today. Holy shit. Do a little bit of chest, a little bit of try. Abs and get out of here. Damn, that's a lot. Alright. Now, I'm not going to do it for this right now, but if you're ever trying to do like a decline type of pec fly and you don't have like a decline machine, you just throw your butt way forward and now my shoulders are way back here. That's a decline. So I just thought of it right now because I was trying to adjust his seat and I was like, I forgot about that. I used to do that all the time, make it like a decline like this, but honestly, I'm not too worried about that right now. I'm more worried about actually making this a superset. Once I do this, drop the ground here, wide hand placement, get more out of chest, and get 4 sets of this, 4 supersets. All right. Okay. Okay.
I'm just not sure where he went. You're like
Probably have four in between. If you want to work it, you can.
All right. So I was gonna do some type of push down and then did I cut myself? Push down and then a skull crusher. So I don't know, it's just the variation I picked today. I do want to do it. I guess it's called supinated. Whatever. Where your hands like palms face upward, and part of that's from one. I always make all my. This goes for every muscle group, but since we're talking about triceps, all tricep movements, like some different either elbow path, like I'm either doing a push down, like a press like this, or I'm doing like a dip or overhead. It's all different elbow spots, and then part of it also is like your wrist. I want to say placement, but what part are you pushing through? Like, is it this way? Is it neutral? Same way for biceps. Like when you do biceps, if you do a neutral grip, it's a different part of your bicep. Curl, different part. And obviously the same thing goes for triceps, but I think especially when you do like one that's supinated, that's what hits like the long leg here. And I'd say that was probably something I never really did much, just because I guess I was ignorant to it, never really thought about it. I kind of thought it was like inefficient. Like you gotta go like not as much weight to do this, so I was like, why bother with it? But if you've ever seen like Hani Rambod coach any of his clients, that's always the one thing emphasizes for like when guys are like posing on stage with like the front double, like actually having a hang on your tricep. That's like the biggest thing for it, is doing like supinated tricep pushdowns. Especially for like Chris, when he was competing, I always remember like the peak week videos of Chris working out with Hani leading up into show. It's always like the one thing he emphasized was having Chris do like single arm tricep supinated pushdowns. He'd always like hold like right here to make sure he's actually hitting like the sweep of his tricep, just because that's like the main thing that's actually going to show up on stage for your arm from like a front double. So that's why I started throwing him in the workout. All right, let's get. I will say, doing the supinate, I gotta like grip the hell out of this thing. Otherwise, I'm destroying my wrist. I gotta drop the weight. Whew. Okay. I guess it is way harder when you actually open up your core like this each time. Because I mean, that's like how your abs are actually stretched. So it's like this, and then this is, I guess, the top of the movement. Yeah, top of the movement. Kind of opens up like a curve kind of shape. Instead of, if you have an issue with always, I don't want to just say destroying, but like, feel it like right below your hip. I don't know what exact muscle this is, but if you feel it there every time you try to do like a crunch, it's probably why, because you're not focusing on opening this up and closing it in, rather just pushing through your hips. All right, we got one more of these. All right, I'm gonna try a different camera spot this time. Is it still too bright? Yeah, I'll probably drop a little bit. All right, well anyways. Ideally I'd throw in like a superset for the triceps as well, but quite honestly, just for today, I didn't feel like doing both a superset with a wide stance push-up, or not wide stance, wide hand placement. Why is this so dark? And then doing like the push downs with like a close grip push up. So I didn't feel like doubling up on push ups, so I just did a straight sets for both of the triceps. But how long did that take me? It took me an hour and a half still. And this with supersets, so it's kind of what I mean by it takes me a little while. But also the fact that I'm decently into an off season now. I don't know what I guess I do know what it is, but whenever I'm bulking, it just takes longer to actually get the workouts done. I think one, because it takes me longer between sets, because I'm not as up on the cardio side. 2, because I have more fat on me, so also the cardio is a little more difficult. So honestly, it just takes longer between doing each of my sets, because that really can be the only reason. My workouts are the exact same, bulking or cutting. The only difference is the diet side. So like I'll do the same amount of sets, same amount of, I guess technically weight, but like I'll just maintain the same weight I was doing peak bulk, but like the same amount of volume. So I guess that really is the only difference. It's just the amount of time between it. So let's take this off. Dude, I look like I'm a beam of sunlight in this. We're moving the camera spot. What the hell is this? Move it over here. Let's see if this is good. This is the usual spot, so maybe it'll actually look normal. I think part of it is like the color shorts I wear. It changes what I look like. Not what I look like, just the color of what my skin's going to is. I think blue is honestly makes it look the worst. But, oh well. Maybe if I drop a little bit. We're just gonna try this, see how it goes. That's all I'm gonna do for posing. Let me grab my stuff. Oh, also you guys can't even hear me. I don't have the mic. That's all I'm gonna do for posing. Honestly, not gonna go through any more than just a quick routine, especially the fact that the workout's already been an hour and a half. That was plenty. Okay. We'll say I actually trimmed this after 2 months. Made no difference. I guess maybe, but I don't know. I don't see a difference. I just trimmed it because it's hot where I'm at. And combined with the long hair, beard, it's freaking hot. And also being on a bulk, dude. Like when you're cutting, when you have like a lower body fat percentage, especially when you're getting like closer to show, dude, you're freezing. Maybe not freezing, but if it's wintertime, definitely freezing. So, dude, let me get this thing on. I will say what is nice, as of now, my acne is way better than it was last bulk. As of for now, at least. I think part of it is more of my routine of how I take care of it now. Just the type of soap I use morning and night than what I use on my face is different now. So it doesn't irritate my skin, but actually thoroughly cleans it. Because I do produce a lot of, I guess, oil. I have pretty oily skin, so part of that has to change like the routine I had for my skin. Also seeing like a dermatologist helped. So it's definitely a lot better than last winter when it was kind of gross. So, all right, well, I'll call it there and we can get in the car.
Whew. Man. I will say, I was feeling like crap going in there. Finishing the workout actually felt pretty good. I think I talked about that, I don't know what video ago, but just the, if you don't feel like going, just make it your goal to, one, get there, two, just do one set. Because honestly, once you get like one set in, blood's going, blood's flowing, heart's pumping, honestly just start to really get into it after that point. But it's a more, closer goal on the day, especially if you feel like crap. So you just make it, what's this guy doing? To get your first set in, to make that your goal. Sorry, I just thought that was funny. There was a couple that was like walking out of Ace Hardware, and they had to make sure they held hands as they walked across the parking lot. A couple holding hands walking, trying to get a girl to hold hands but leaving Ace Hardware. I don't know, some people are like, yeah, well, yeah, but I just find it funny. Whatever. Anyways, what is this lady doing? Dude, sometimes in Florida, man, you just gotta go with the flow of everything and just keep moving like that. Anyways, bro, I'm not gonna be able to get to talk to y'all because of all this fucking Florida shit. I will say from the workout, I really didn't care about exact rep ranges on the weight I was doing whatsoever. As long as it's somewhere, maybe not whatsoever, as long as it's somewhere between 6 and 15, it's like, it's gonna get you to the same goal. And that's why I wasn't too worried about it. But I guess we can talk about the diet side of things, because I feel like the training was pretty well explained already. I'm gonna have meal number four when I get back. So it is cream of rice, whey protein, peanut butter, yogurt. So yogurt's supposed to be just like a snack, but it's hard to give myself a snack when I have 6 meals in a day already. Like, there's no time for a snack in between there. I'm already eating every 2 to 3 hours. So I just throw my snack in with my post-workout meal, which is supposed to just be yogurt. But there's really no problem with putting that in after your workout, because it's just yogurt. More protein after my workout. But I will say something I kind of been doing a little bit more just for the post-workout meal, because I'm starting to get a little bit full. It's a cream of rice. Instead of cooling it and put it in the fridge before I go work out, sometimes now I'll just make it after I work out. And because it's hot, I can make like the whey drip, which is the like the protein powder with just a little bit of water. Dump the whey drip in the cream of rice, the peanut butter too, stir it up, and it kind of just turns into like a liquid. And I'm kind of drinking. It's like this now. This kind of sounds a little gross, but it kind of tastes like I'm drinking cake batter, which I guess maybe you do like it, maybe you don't. I just find it easier to drink those calories. Rather than eating with the spoon at that time. But I will say it's not like it's just a straight like you're drinking water or something. It's more of like the same consistency as cake batter. So usually you don't want to have like super liquid meals, because of your digestion will go through it way quick. quicker than you want. But just the fact that it's right after my workout, I don't see it as big of a deal. It's kind of what I want. Food just goes straight in there after my workout. So what the fuck is this person doing? Alright, welcome to Florida again. Sorry, I just watched somebody try to slam into someone else. Anyways. Yeah, why is it bad? Not bad. Well, why is it not great to have liquid meals? One, because I said digest too quick, and two, it can screw up your digestion for the rest of the day. Make everything digest too quick and not have a balanced, smooth digestion. So, well, I guess this is going to be. That's why. Because I used to slam 1,100 calorie shakes in the morning with whey protein, milk, almond milk, not regular milk, banana, oats, peanut butter, make it like a 1,200 calorie shake. But that is not the, oh, I gotta slam the brakes here. That's not the ideal. I will say, like, if you're doing a crazy amount of cardio, like you play a sport or something, then maybe it's like, all right, throw that in there just because you got to get the calories down somehow. But like avoiding that at all costs would be nice, because it screws up your digestion a little bit, or a lot of it. Sure, you can make it down calories quick, but digestion is key, especially off-season wise, just gaining wise. Once they get screwed up, they can screw up the rest of your bulk. Not like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to put on as much muscle, but like I guess, yeah, kind of the quality of like how your body utilizes the food. I mean, yeah, you use all the food you get, but like the quality of using it, you want to give your body the best ability to utilize the food you give it when it goes through the digestive tract. So, that's why I'm not overly making my post-workout meal into like soup, because I don't want to make that screw up my digestion, but it's the same consistency as I would have it if I just ate it with a spoon, but I kind of stir it up and put a little bit extra water just to make it a little bit like that. But not the end of the world, I'll put it that way. See, what else we got? I don't know, what do you guys want to hear? I guess more likely than not, if you're watching this, one, you don't track your food. Two, if you do track your food, it's probably not a laid out meal plan. It's more of eat whatever you want, just hit a calorie goal. I guess it really just depends on what your goal is for me to explain like the good or the bad about it. If your goal is just, dude, I want to just get in the gym and work out, and physique is secondary, I just want to keep myself healthy, then I think the not tracking exactly is totally fine. But if your goal, one, is bodybuilding, if your goal is bodybuilding, then you definitely need to have an actual meal plan, because there's too many variables when you just have like an if it fits your macros diet and just tracking your calories to hit a calorie goal, because there's too much variance in actually understanding what your body is doing. Even with like weighing yourself in the morning, doesn't take into account if it fits your macros diet saved majority of your calories the night before at like 9 p.m. and it was from also a fast food restaurant, and your meal had a decent amount of salt in it, and you're holding a lot of water in the morning when you weigh yourself, and you're up an extra 2 pounds. You might think you're bulking, but you're actually not gaining any weight. It's just water. So it's part of it having a consistent way of eating. Now, if you just do it for fits your macros, but you do have a consistent way of eating, like a very close way of eating every day, then I guess that'd be more reasonable. But I mean, at that point, it's easy enough to actually make it a diet or like a meal plan. Because look, I mean, what is your goal? I mean, bodybuilding is a pretty extreme physique-wise goal. I don't think there's anything more of a goal that's like demanding on your health. So, wouldn't you want to give it 100% towards that goal? That was kind of something I had to conclude when I flipped from just tracking my food to having a diet, having an extra meal plan, having a coach that knows what he's doing, and actually made a massive difference. So, sorry, this is kind of, the sun's in your guys' face, the glare. Put my hand here. But that was a big difference. And was it worth it? Absolutely. I mean, I didn't need to be like, oh, I have to eat fast food, I have to do this, I have to do that. It's like, part of it's just controlling yourself with eating the same thing every day. And part of it's nice because you don't have to think about what you're going to eat. You already know what you're going to eat. You get the same shit. Make it taste good. Call it a day. Move on. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's like shocking to so many people. It's like, you really eat the same thing every day? What? You're telling me you can't handle yourself? You can't mentally handle yourself to eat the same thing every day? You just need to have variance in your taste buds? Sounds childish to me. If you're trying to be a dog, eat like a dog. Same shit every day. I think dogs feel. They're happy every time. Same name brand dog food every day. Excited. So, shouldn't really faze you. I don't know. I've been thinking about that one clip of, side note, one clip of Rick Ross when he's talking about money. Saying like he woke up earlier. He's like, man, I woke up at 5:30, went to bed at 5:25 or something like that. And he's like, you gotta get straight to the money. I don't want to hear it, man. My back. Nah, man, you gotta get straight to the money. I just butchered the hell out of that quote, but I don't know. I just saw a reel about it and it just made me laugh again. Every time I see that clip, it's funny of Rick Ross. But yeah. Oh, I missed my turn a while ago. Whoops. Take this way. So yeah, I'm gonna call it there. Tomorrow we got back. We're gonna roll back, a little bit of buys. A little bit of deficit one. Then we got quads. Rest day. Moving on. So appreciate y'all watching. I will see you guys tomorrow.